Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching Master Size. Fuck. Anyways, tattoo that I'm doing here, somebody fucked this dude's arm up. Fucked up. That's all I gotta say about this tattoo, is that it's fucked up. There's even one point where I'm doing this tattoo and asked the guy, I was like, what the fuck was he smoking, man? That's fucked up. Anyways, okay, I'll try not to cuss so much. Sorry, mommy. All I gotta say is, yeah. Well, here's some tattooing tips. Be very patient. Be very calm. And whenever somebody asks you, do you think you can do that? You look them in the eyes and you say, yeah. I hope so. I like when I tell people, I think I can do that. I've done this before. I think. Well, if, shit, I don't know what the fuck. Brain farts. Brain farts. Anyways, I remember back when I was first learning how to tattoo. Well, yes, I can remember that far back. And my first tattoo machine I built was not even a real machine. It was more like a tattoo tool. That's what it was. It was a tattooing tool. And what I did was I got a sewing needle, and I wrapped thread around that sewing needle all the way down to the end, to there was like maybe like 1/8 of an inch of the needle sticking out. And I dipped that in ink and I put it on myself. Hey, maybe I'll take a picture and put it on the end, just for you all. It was quite painful. I remember my first tattoo being more painful than the last tattoo that I got. Actually, yeah, I don't know if I could say that for sure. The one on my foot kind of hurts. Tattooing on the fucking foot is a bitch, especially when you're doing it on yourself. I can probably take about 30 minutes of that pain at a time. And I'll do another video with me tattooing on my foot here soon. Yeah, I mean, basically I started out with just a needle, and I wrapped thread all the way down to the end of the tip of the needle. I wrapped, not just wrapped it on there all sloppy, I literally wrapped it on there very carefully all the way to the end, very neatly, roll for roll. And then when I got to 1/16 of an inch to the end of the tip of the needle, I wrapped all the way back down to the end of the needle. And then when I got to the end of the needle with my thread, I put that through a pin. Any kind of pin will work. I like big pin. You just take out the tip of the big pin and everything else, and you put that inside of a big pin. And then at the end of your needle, you get your thread, and you like, don't cut your thread when you're doing this. You gotta have a lot of thread, and you wrap it around. A whole bunch. And then when you get enough to where the needle's not gonna go through that end, then you get the thread and you bring it to the front of the needle, which should be sticking out of the pin, and you wrap it. A whole bunch. And when you wrap it enough to where it doesn't go back into the pin, then then your needle is like set, and you have, you know, a handle for it to hold on to, and it makes it easier to do tattoo that way. Anyways, that's how I did my first tattoo. I just basically got a sewing needle and some thread and did it that way. And that's how I got her done. And the tattoo is still on me. I did it when I was about 13 years old. And I remember my dad waking up, or my dad seeing it like a week later, so he was like, dang, what the fuck you doing to yourself, boy? Little did he know I was going to have like over 20 years worth of tattooing under my belt now. 34 years old, going to be 35 in June. So that's how it goes. That's how you start. You know, when you have a child that has a passion for something that is not like of the norm, most people don't know how to act. They don't know how to embrace, shall one say. Most people don't know how to embrace the weirdness, the blackness, the darkness of sadomasochism. And that's what happens as a result of being an outcast from this fucking world. You get weirdos. You know, I'm just tired of being an outcast. You know, I'm tired of being a prisoner of war. If you have ever been charged or prosecuted for any drug, you're a prisoner of war. If you've ever been prosecuted or charged for the possession of any drugs or anything like that, then you're a prisoner of war. The war on drugs is a war on the American people. It's quite pathetic that the government can hand a gun to a kid who's barely 18 years old, send him far away to another country, make him kill people he doesn't even know, he doesn't even have anything against, except for the willpower that was embedded in him, you know, brainwash that was implanted in him, that the enemy is not, should not exist, and that enemy is whoever the government points their finger out to be. You know, that enemy could be you, it could be me, it could be anybody. You know, they brainwash these people really easily. People are very easily influenced because they don't know how to think for themselves. That's why I like that movie, Fight Club. It's fucking awesome. Yeah. It's just, you know, shit like that fucking pisses me off about this world. Well, anyways, enough fucking ranting and raving about me. I hope you learned something by watching the way I tattoo here on this video. I hope that maybe this will inspire you to go out and tattoo if you've never tattooed before and you're thinking about doing it. That's what most of my videos are all about. I hope you subscribe if you're thinking about getting into the tattoo world. Don't call it the tattoo business, please, because tattooing is not about making money. If you're going into tattooing just because you think you can make a lot of money, then you're going into it for all of the wrong reasons. if you're going to be a tattoo artist and you want to be a tattoo artist, it's something that's got to come from deep within inside of your heart. Something that you got to want to do, whether the money is there or not. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how many tattoos I've done this last month and I didn't get paid for a single one of them. And like this one that you see here on this video, I didn't get paid for it. The guy said he was going to give me $20, and it's already been almost a week, and I haven't heard from him since. He probably might come back and give me some money for it, but I really don't care. Really don't. Because I do a good job, and I know he's going to bring me more people, and he's already brought me over 4 or 5 people. I've made over, you know, probably a couple $100 in a few months that I've been living here and there, you know, just making money, you know, 10, 20 bucks here and there. And there's some months where I don't make a single dime, but never made over like $400 a month. So it's really just freelance right now. Like I said, tattooing is not about the money. It's all about the experience. Tattooing is not even about art. More than half the tattoos out there that I see, I couldn't even call art. Like this piece of shit fucking tattoo right here that I'm fixing, to me in the end, it's still a piece of shit tattoo. I don't think it's art, but it is a tattoo. And like I said, tattooing is not about art. It's all about the experience, and the experience that they're gonna have in their future life after receiving that tattoo. For instance, this tattoo, this guy was embarrassed to show it all the time. He would have to tell and explain to people what it says and what did it say and what did it say, and they're looking at him all fucking confused, even though after he says what it's supposed to say. And in reality, ladies and gentlemen, if he would have got it done right the first time, he would have felt better about it afterwards. Instead, he came to me and got tattooed the second time. Like I said, tattooing is about the experience. And now when he goes out into life with his new, freshly finished tattoo that was retouched, he is going to have a better experience in life, knowing that he can show his arm off and he doesn't have to exactly read it for everybody anymore, or even after he does read it, they're going to look at it and they're going to say, oh, cool, you know, because it'll actually it'll be legible. Legibility, ladies and gentlemen, people. If you're going to think about getting into tattoo and tattooing, remember, most of the tattoos that you are going to do out there will be letter writing or of that such type of shit. Try and make it legible. Remember, the smaller the needle, the better when it comes to doing letters and stuff like that. I mean, even if you have to build your letters and make them thicker with the thinner needle, it's better to do that than to try to make thin lines with the thick needle. It's kind of almost impossible. So there's another tip for you. If you're gonna, you know, do letter tattoos, or if you've done lettering tattoos and they get quite frustrating, step it down. I did this one with the 5 round, you know. Excuse me, I would say go to a 3 round. Like I did a tattoo on my homie. It says, Lord, hear our prayers. You can look up that one too. And I don't know what the name of that video was. I forget what I named it, but it'll be the video that I post right before this one. That's all I can say. If you're doing letters and they're not coming out quite that well, or you're having experiences that are not so great, step down your needle size to maybe a 3 round or a 5 round, or even if you have to step it down even farther and go to a single, you know, until you build up that skill to where you can start using 7 rounds and even more than that, 11 rounds on that. Hardly ever use an 11 round for doing letters, and that's just big old fucking giant calligraphy shits like Old English or something. I don't know. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that piece. This is Master Sice, and I'm getting the fuck out of here. I gotta go take a shower and wash my ass. Peace out, bitches.